What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Cool Colas here, and you are now tuning into a new video on my channel. But before we get on to the topic for today, I would love it if you did a few things. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, and also hit the bell icon so you get notifications for whenever I come out with new content on this channel. And then when you are finished watching this video, I'd love it if you left me a comment below. That way I can get back to whatever it is that you have to say about today's topic. For today's topic, I want to do a video request that was given to me on Instagram. Someone asked me to talk about how I became monetized on YouTube. So let's get into it. To keep it a bean with y'all, I'm a newly monetized YouTuber. So my opinion and my thoughts on how to become a monetized YouTuber are from my own personal experiences while still being new with the process. So there, of course, are things that I still need to learn and some things that I need to do differently in order to keep my channel growing more and more and more. But for those of you all who either are just starting a YouTube, struggling with getting your YouTube to a point of monetization, or you have not started at all, this video will still help you because it will give you a good crash course on how to get over that hump and to try to get your content in the right direction, or at least in the direction you're trying to frame it in. So the way that I would start off, first of all, is I would, if I were you, figure out what your niche is and the thing that you are passionate about and the thing that you like to talk about. So talk about things that you believe can help someone else based off of your own experience and then your own understanding. And if you're somebody who is not as experienced as you want to be, make sure you're researching as you're putting that content out so you can put out better and more informative content to your audience. Also figure out who your target audience is. So for example, for me, I like talking about pro-blackness. I like talking about nerdy things. I like talking about things related to relationships. And I like talking about black people and black culture in general. And I have a good knowledge base on these things. And I am very passionate about talking about these things. So I know who it is going to impact. I know that there are a lot of black people, especially black men, who really can get a lot of quality information from the things that I talk about. Black women, of course, as well, too. I think the black community as a whole could benefit from that. But I tell everything that I say from the perspective of a young, foundational black American male. So I give insight on these things from the perspective of us looking at this area of activity that we know as entertainment, which is why I break down movies, television shows, and things like that as my main way of talking about how blackness, and in some cases anti-blackness, shows up in these things. So I know exactly what I like to talk about. I know what I'm good at, and I know what I'm passionate about. And I also know how to frame the things that I say in a way that helps the people who watch it. So that's all a part of, again, getting to your niche, knowing your target audience, and ultimately what I'm telling you is you need to make good quality content that reaches people and also helps people as well too. If you are just trying to get over that initial hump of just getting monetized though, this is what you'll have to do, and this is what I did. You have to get about 1,000 subscribers, you have to get 1,000 subscribers, and you have to get 4,000 watch hours. If you would like to do that fast, the first thing that I would encourage you to do is make shorts, because shorts can a lot of times warrant a lot of views because it's a newer feature, for, I guess, lack of better words, a newer feature, but it's something that will help you get the views fast. It won't help you in making money per se, but it'll get you over that hump of being recognized as somebody who can get monetized because you've met that threshold. And it also will start gaining you some subscribers as well too. The other thing that was told to me, and this was a great piece of advice, and this was given to me by an Instagram follower of mine who also has a YouTube page as well too. And her YouTube page actually is doing very well because she has a niche and because she knows her target audience. She informed me that one of the most important things that you can do as well too is to focus more on your target audience than on just the random people who love you, support you, care about you, and want to see you do well. What I mean by that is your friends, your family, etc. It's cool if they follow you. That's cool and all. But you want people who literally are interested in the things that you are saying and that you are conveying. This is crucially important. And for me, that was the main thing that I was focused on. But luckily for me, a lot of the people that I associate with tend to talk about the things that I discuss in my videos. So I would lean into a few things here. Making sure you have quality content, making sure you know your target audience, making sure you know your niche, and focusing on that target audience, not random people who you want to just support you because they're your friends and because they're your family. The other way that you can look at this too is you want to make sure that everything that you do and put out is quality as well too. Make sure that you're using your hashtags. Make sure that you are having thumbnails that properly convey what the topic is going to be talking about, and make sure that they are somewhat attractive. Now, I don't believe that these things are always something that is going to catch the people that you talk to, because there are a lot of YouTube channels that are very successful and they don't have thumbnails at all. They may not even be using tags. They're just putting out a video and then they're just hoping people view it. And as long as the niche kind of sticks and they're consistent, then people view it. That's why I wanted to keep emphasizing that for me, what has worked so far is consistency, making sure your target audience is something that you are tailoring everything that you're doing to, and also making sure that you put out good quality content, because those are the things that are going to keep you doing well with the videos that you make. Now, as far as, staying monetized, there's obviously a certain amount of views and things like that that you're going to have to get in order for you to make money, but also keep meeting the threshold of staying in this monetization phase and being a YouTube partner. So the important thing that you want to do too here is look at the times when people most look at your content. So you can look at the analytics, look at, what time intervals, what days, and how that varies per each day and things like that. Because with me, one of the things that I focus on is posting and putting out content when there is a higher likelihood that people are going to view those things. And a lot of times it actually works because people tend to view that content more on those different times and days that I choose to put those videos out there. So these are important things that you're going to want to do when you're creating your content. Typically, I'm not one to really get into just talking about things that make people feel good or make people feel super inspired. But I do want to say this. I think that it's important that when you are making YouTube videos, that you focus your mentality on just trying to provide value. Whenever I do videos, my main goal is to just provide value for the people who are listening to me and providing authenticity, because too often people are in the mindset of I want to make money and I want to make money fast. And if they're not in the I want to make money fast phase, they're just in the phase of wanting to make money. So they're trying to figure out what can they talk about and do that's going to make them money. And if that's something that works for you, faking it until you make it, hey, more power to you. But it's always most important for you to be in the mindset of just creating things because you want to provide value for people, you want to help people, and you want to give people something that they did not have prior to watching your video or watching your content. So I'm saying all that to basically say you are going to do a better job and be more conscientious of the way this message gets delivered when you're putting things out there that are actually informative, that you care about, and you want your audience to care about as well too. That is an important model for me. I am not somebody who just wants to just tell you things and blow smoke up your ass because I want, money and I want to be able to have clout and I want people to know who I am. I want to provide you value because I care about authenticity and I care about integrity, and I want my people to be knowledgeable on the things that I have learned and my experiences and everything as such. So for me, a lot of my value and even success in this channel thus far has come from me just putting out good quality content that I spend a lot of time and energy on, and then it resonates with individuals who have, in a lot of cases, wondered about this same thing. I'm not somebody who talks about things that are popular. I talk about things that are real, that other people in a lot of cases are really afraid to say because they don't know who is going to criticize them or cancel them because they're going to say those things. If you focus on these things and the uniqueness of your content, what makes what you say great and what makes the things that you say relatable and understandable and things like that, or what may even help people if you have a skill, then those are the things that I think that you should 100% focus on. And I guarantee that if you stay with it, you stay consistent, you will definitely see the progress. When I first started this YouTube channel, which I believe was somewhere around 2020 or 2021, I talked a lot about just giving Black people, specifically Black males, a voice in writing and being an author and things like that. But I realized that I had a lot more fuel in the tank, and there was a lot more that I wanted to talk about and tell the world. There were a lot more there were a lot more important lessons that I believe that I could convey. And I stopped thinking just like a writer and an author, and I started realizing I'm a storyteller. And I also realized what the problems are in the stories that I see. And one of the things that kind of collided for me was the idea that a lot of the problematic things in the stories, which mean in movies and television shows, etc., that I would look at, watch, or I would entertain, was that anti-Blackness was a common thing that would show up here. So as a result, I made it my mission to talk about a lot of those things that show up. And as Black people, these are things that we should be conscientious of before we are making our own story. So it was important for me to switch it up and then talk about all of these different things and show y'all my personality. So when I switched it up, and I would say between 2023 and now, I was able to get monetized because I focused solely on all the things that I talked about previously. So again, looking at movies, television shows, looking at the anti-Blackness and all of these different things, and talking about nerdy things and talking about things that were relatable to Black people, both from the nerd space and just from being a Black person who may not even be into comics and all that other stuff. So I think that my channel, for me, my mission was to reach people on a level with all of the different experiences that I had, and being able to say the things that were real and things that, again, people are afraid to say, but also are the value that I know that people need. All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed what I had to say, and I'll definitely have more to come, so make sure that you stay tuned. Other than that, I will talk to y'all later. Peace.